Welcome, wonderful people, to the Sunday rune and card reading. Guys, today we have the most amazing energy from these three crystals. We're going to be using blue calcite, aragonite and kyanite. It's really interesting. I did just a couple of days ago an astro energy update for August. For those of you that haven't seen it, do check it out. In fact, I'll probably put a link in the information box below, because the energy of August, particularly the full moon, which is actually tomorrow, it's very, very powerful, and there's very much a stop-start sort of, there's almost like a stable instability is what I spoke about in that in the Astro-Moon energy update. So do check that out. But I was really drawn to these three crystals because they actually do bring qualities that really support us in slightly different ways in navigating through uncertainty in a way that we can actually manifest and utilize the energy. So very interesting that I was drawn to them. We shall see how they influence the readings, as they inevitably do. So for those of you that are new to my channel, to me, to my readings, and to our YouTube community here, the A to Z of Emotional Health YouTube community, welcome. I'm Jenny Florence, and welcome back to anyone who's already following my readings. Guys, you are just awesome. Big, big, big respect, and thank you so, so much for your likes, shares, comments, and guys, your support of me and your support of one another is amazing. So thank you so, so much for all that you contribute to this channel. You know, a lot of you send thank yous to me. I actually wish to send a thank you to you, because it's your energy and your vitality that inspires me to do the readings, and it's your energy and vitality that supports not just me, but, as I said, each other on this, our pathway of the spiritual warrior at a time of profound transition and change. So let's tune in with these crystals. So blue calcite. Oh, and just actually anyone who is new to the channel, I give away a lot of free stuff. So I have a completely free library, the A to Z of Emotional Health online library. So just to let you know about that, check out the information box below for a link. This is a completely free resource. It will help you to use your emotions, navigate your emotions, understand yourself psychologically, spiritually as well. It's just a massive resource, completely free of charge. Do check it out. Likewise, each month I give away a pack of the Art of Manifestation Oracle cards, a first signed and numbered edition, and I also give away a free private reading. This is a subscriber offer, so you would need to be subscribed and join the email list below if you wish to be in that draw. You only need to join that list once and then you're on it. So do check that out as well if you're new to these readings and to the channel. So awesome, people, let's check out. Oh yes, and there is also a PDF handout, and that's where I was going with this. If you're new, there's a PDF handout that you can download each week with these readings for the extra crystal guidance, or indeed any other guidance that comes through in the readings. And again, there's a separate email list for this. I literally send an email out once a week with this information in it, and you can also, there's always a link to the download page if you want to actually download it. So reading number one is going to be governed by blue calcite. Now, blue calcite is said to kind of soothe frayed nerves. It lowers anxiety. So if we're going through periods of upheaval, it's very, very, very energetically grounding. It's very gentle. It's very penetrating, and it clears any negativity. It really encourages rest. So if you're having trouble sleeping, blue calcite under your pillow, really good idea. It's also said to align with the third eye, and so it brings sort of insight and, you know, quite deep and I think profound awareness, or that's my experience of this. So, you know, if you are having trouble sleeping, you might find yourself not only sleeping but moving into a profound dream time that will support you in understanding anything that you're needing to navigate and work your way through. Reading number two, aragonite. Now, aragonite is known as a stone of strength and support. It's actually said to align with the earth goddess. It's utterly beautiful. Well, they all are. They're all absolutely stunning. And it actually helps to keep us anchored and grounded because it's so tuned in with the earth. So particularly during transition and change, again, if you're feeling wobbly, Aragonite is an amazing crystal to carry around with you. For me, there's a sense of safety that comes with it. It's quite interesting, and it's that grounded earthiness of reliability, consistency. So even if the world around me is feeling unsettled, Aragonite is something that I might want to carry with me just to keep me grounded. Lastly, kyanite, lovely crystal. Kyanite is said to align all of our chakras, so it rebalances us. It removes any as it rebalances, it removes any blockages. So it literally helps to keep the energy going through our physical body. So again, if you're having any sort of, if you feel you've got an emotional blockage within your physical body, kyanite is a wonderful stone to carry. It's also said to enhance our psychic abilities. So not only does it realign our chakras, but it enables us to become a channel for psychic information. Literally, we can channel information more easily. Really, really good little stone to have when you are doing tarot readings, if you're doing your own readings. Quite a useful stone. Sometimes I have stones that are outside of the view of the camera, and I will sometimes use kyanite for that reason. It really enhances and helps me to tune in to a level of channeling that I wish to bring into my readings. So those are the energies of the guiding crystals that are here to help. I've also got a row of amethyst points which just create a stunning environment. So you just really create a kind of a bubble. I feel like I'm sitting in a magnificent bubble in order to do the readings. So energetically, I'm feeling this space for the readings is very vibrant, and yet grounded and aligned and balanced at the same time. So wonderful people, this is the time in the readings when we start to draw the cards. So I will pause the video and then I'll start to draw the cards. For those of you that wish to watch the drawing of the cards, obviously stay with me. For those of you that are already drawn to one of these crystals, so it'll be reading 1, reading 2 and reading 3, you can skip to the reading that you wish to connect in with, and the timings are in the information box below. So wonderful people, the first card we're going to draw is an animal spirit guide for each of the readings. And actually what I'm hearing is we are going to be drawing 2 from this pack. They're very vibrant today, very vibrant. Really showing themselves to us. And we're also going to draw an angel guidance card as well. Okay. Absolutely gorgeous energy, I have to say. Really gorgeous energy here. Now we're going to draw from the tarot as well, one of the tarots. This is the Mythic Tarot pack. It's my oldest and most used tarot pack. I've had it for a very long time, or had them for a very long time. It's a pack I love very dearly, a very strong connection. Actually, yeah, no, we will do 2 from here. We will then draw from the Art of Manifestation Oracle cards. And we will draw just one single card for each of the readings, and then we're going to draw our runes, our wonderful magical runes. Rune 1, Rune 2. I know some people ask me about, as I pick runes, they often throw them. I tend to pick them. I find that they almost kind of attach to my fingers. It's like they just, the right ones just come through. And of course, actually for a reading like this, if we were to throw them, it would, really when you throw them, you're looking at those that land upright. And, you know, in this pick a card reading, we're really wanting to tune into our intuition and sometimes sit with the piles of cards for a little while before we decide what we're going to do and which of the reading or readings is speaking to us. Stunning energy here, I have to say. These crystals are just elevating the energy in this room. Quite extraordinary. Guys, I hope you didn't see that. It came out the other way up. So, wonderful people. This is the time where we now tune into our intuition. So we have reading 1, reading 2 and reading 3. You can pause the video if you wish to, just to take your time, and you may already know which reading is speaking to you. You may have known even when we spoke about the crystals. We have blue calcite, we have aragonite and we have kyanite. Now pause the video if you need to, or indeed fast forward. You may find that more than one reading is calling to you, in which case by all means listen to both. Sometimes I find that one reading will apply to one area of my life, another might then rubber stamp that, or it might apply to a different area of life. So just trust your intuition, lean into that, and wonderful people, I will see you in the readings. Namaste. Welcome to reading number 1. We have the rune of defense, we have the rune of journey, and we have the rune of the spiritual warrior, but in reverse. Okay, so this would suggest that things are maybe needing to, I want to say, slow down a little bit. Actually, that's what's really coming through. Now, remember blue calcite, it lowers anxiety, it sort of soothes frayed nerves. It's very gentle, very penetrating. It cleanses negativity through rest, relaxation. It feels for me as if, guys, you're needing to slow down a little bit here. Maybe the pace of life has been very fast. Let's just have a look at our cards before we journey more into the messages of the runes. So open yourself to possibility. We have the Sun and the Page of Swords. Okay, wonderful. You are never alone. I'm going to put these animal spirit guides on either side of the reading. So we have you are never alone, and we have be generous of spirit. Now this is interesting because we have the Sun and the Page of Swords. We have open yourself to possibility. We also have the card take back your power. I think actually this is the way I'm going to lay these out here. Where should we place our beautiful blue calcite? You see, the key here for me in this reading is the Page of Swords is really speaking to me very, very loudly. The Page of Swords, it can indicate, it's what I would call the card of kind of gossip, drama. It's kind of got a slightly lower level of energetic around it, and yet there is always a higher energetic where we learn. Otter spirit, you're never alone. Lion spirit, be generous of spirit. Take back your power. This is the rune of defense. So let's start with our runes, and I will really speak about what's coming through. It's a very, very powerful message. The taking time out is actually to do with you're needing to literally rest, relax and reground yourselves. Somebody or a group of people around you have knocked you off balance. There's some kind of a drama or some kind of a, it's what I would call, I mean, in a way, the Page of Swords in this pack, it's It's that sort of what I would call youthful attitude, and yet that youthful, what I would call playground attitude, that mental playground activity, isn't always particularly ethical. And there's been something going on around you that has, I think, caused you to feel quite isolated. This is an affirmation, really, saying you are never alone. You are being called to hold your boundaries and to take back your power. Stand firm. The rune of defense for me, it sometimes also speaks of, you know, as we grow, I think we develop an aversion to the behaviour of others that doesn't resonate with us. It's as though you've outgrown somebody or some people or a circumstance or a situation or an attitude that's been previously just a part of your world. It's been going on around you, and it just doesn't fit with you anymore. The sun speaks of a new relationship very often. This may mean relationship with yourself. It could mean connection and relationship to the divine. It could mean that you are starting a new relationship or starting relationships with a new group of people who are actually, they are walking the pathway of the warrior. And I think there's a bit of backlash basically going on around you. But be generous of spirit. Recognise that not everybody is in the same space as you. The key here is to regroup your own energy. Take back your power. Use your God, this is Archangel Raziel, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. You don't have to comply to the requirements of people who don't resonate with you, in essence. Now, the rune of journey asks us to, sometimes it does literally mean a move, but the rune of journey asks us to journey inwards and to remove any obstacles that are in our way to being able to manifest those things that we desire. The rune of the warrior, it's interesting in reverse because it would suggest there is this dilemma around you. I think you know the pathway you want to walk, and yet I think there is also a backlash going on around you, because it's kind of like, you know, when you decide to leave home, you know, and when we leave home and we want to forge our own way in the world, and it isn't that maybe our family weren't amazing or wonderful, but it's just that they're of a different, you know, their way of doing things is their way of doing things, and we're wanting to forge our own. It's as though you're being asked to step into your own power. Open yourself to possibility. Almost everyone holds some limiting beliefs about themselves. These perceptions block us from receiving the infinite support of the universe. This card is an invitation to reassess and to look beyond these limitations, and to recognise that in opening yourself to possibility, you automatically invite positive change into your life. Do you know, I actually think there's something like somebody or a circumstance or an environment or the people you've been living with or hanging out with, I feel like they've cramped your style almost. Really, it does. I'm just going to move this kyanite over here. I really want to bring in the energy of not just the kyanite, soothing, calming, helping to align you with your third eye. I spoke about sleeping with this under your pillow. It helps you to relax. It lowers the anxiety of trying to step out of what has been the norm in the environment you're in or in this group of people. And also it opens up the third eye, which allows you to develop the insight, and you might find that answers come to you in dream time. What we're aiming for, it's why I wanted to open up the energy of the amethyst crystals here, the crystal points, because I want us to write this. So sit with this, look at this top lineup. You're never alone. You may be feeling quite alone, because when we realise that we no longer resonate with the people that we have been close to, it can really create a feeling of aloneness. Actually, it's fine. Be generous of spirit. Everyone is on their own unique pathway. You need to open yourself to possibility and take back your power. Empower yourself. If you create that shift, it's like source energy is there for you. The sun, the spark of God that sits within us all is the manifestation of that energy. So as you align yourself, as you begin to be true to your pathway, you don't have to reject people unless they really are behaving horribly badly, in which case walking away, you know, send them love and walk away. But if they're not behaving badly, it's just that they are set in their ways and that doesn't resonate with you, that shouldn't stop you from walking your own pathway. As you tune into a shift within your own energy, and that's certainly available to us this week with the energy of the full moon. Guys, don't forget to check out that Astro energy update for August. We can shift. We shift this this rune into its upright position. We start to, and I could literally feel that in my heart. That was really interesting. When I shift energy in a reading, I listen to where it sits in my body. I felt like something was lifted. Pressure was removed from my heart. I think some of you have been under pressure to comply to other people's ways of seeing things or doing things, and you're needing to navigate this. Do check in with the Astro energy update. It's probably quite relevant, I think, and I'll connect it to the end of this video. And also, guys, watch out for the full moon readings, which I will be doing for each sign literally over the next well, probably some later today, and most today and some tomorrow. So do watch out for the uploads of those. And so, of course, if you are subscribed, do make sure you press the little bell icon as well. That way you'll get notifications. And obviously don't forget as well, if you want to be in that draw to win the Art of Manifestation Oracle cards, a first limited edition set. And actually in August, I'm going to be doing, at the end of August, I will be doing a big sort of giveaway with some crystals as well. So yes, do get yourselves in that draw if you want to be in the running for that. So wonderful people, very clear message here. It will be different and unique to each of you, but you are finding yourselves slightly, cramping your style, restricted by other people's perceptions or perspectives. Be generous of spirit. If necessary, send them love and walk away. Take back your power and open yourself to possibility. The very opening of that. And you know, it's really interesting. That's what I was drawn to do here with this moving the crystals, of course. I literally felt like I needed to open the energy up. This is opening yourself to possibility. There's a lovely bubble of very powerful energy here, and it's very heart-centered. So wonderful people, that is reading number 1. So much love to you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in some of the other readings, the individual full moon readings, and I'll be doing new moon readings in 2 weeks' time. So much love to you, wonderful people. So much love. Namaste. Welcome to reading number 2, governed by this beautiful piece of aragonite, connected to the earth goddess. So our first rune is the blank rune, which is interesting, connecting into earth goddess and grounding energy, because this is like a rune of it's an ending, it's a beginning. It's like a pregnancy. It's a period of gestation. Our second rune is the rune of possessions, of nurture. And our third rune is the rune of openings, renewed clarity, spiritual guidance often, but knowing your direction. So I feel at the moment something does need to be nurtured in order to become clear to you. Okay, so that's quite an interesting lineup. Let's look at our cards. Have your voice. Okay, I think you may need to find a way of having a voice. Okay, so 9 of Swords, there's some conflict around you. And the High Priestess in reverse. We have the Angel card of claircognizance. And our 2 spirit animal guides are Time for a Deep Dive and Dream the World into Being. I'm going to move our aragonite over here for a moment. Excuse me. Very interesting cards here. So there is an energy of conflict, or something is troubling you, something is bothering you. It's time to dive deep. It's time to you're in a gestation period. Something is needing to be processed in order for it to emerge. You are promised here in these runes that there is opportunity to find clarity, to get that renewed clarity. I think you need to seek it. I think you're needing to seek it from a spiritual and intuitive perspective. So time for a deep dive. Let's really dive deep and have a look at what's actually going on, but remain grounded and anchored at the same time. Remember, this is an extraordinary stone to keep us anchored and grounded, particularly during transitions, particularly during periods of sudden or powerful change. So, and for me, this stone, I think I said at the very beginning, this crystal brings me a sense of consistency, reliability, even if the world around me doesn't feel very stable. Very much in tune with the energy of August. I think the astro energy. Do check out that astro energy update, and of course the full moon readings for each sign, which I'll be posting later today and tomorrow. Now, there's a conflict. There's something bothering you, and what this reading is suggesting is you literally need to nourish yourself. Now, the rune of nourishment speaks of unexpected rewards, gains, surprises. It can also speak of opportunities disguised as loss. So it may be that the dilemma you're facing is might involve you having to leave something behind. The High Priestess often suggests that we leave something behind. We have choices available to us. You need to trust your intuition, and you need to leave something behind. In reverse, I'm hearing that you're struggling with that decision, or maybe just that the timing isn't quite right. Now, I'm going to do a bit of energy shifting, as I often do in the readings. The key here is about diving deep and about dreaming the world into being. Claircognizance. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. This is Archangel Uriel. Now, this is where you're needing to trust that, you know, if something lands in your mind or something appears, just trust that you can take your time to listen to that as guidance. Follow it through. Time for a deep dive. Listen to your dreams, particularly, because I think within your dreamscape you may actually find some answers. The answers in this instance to this dilemma, whatever that is in your unique circumstances, the answer to your dilemma does not lie outside of you, it lies within you. It lies in your connection to divine guidance, your connection to your higher self. And there is something you're needing to say. You may even simply be trying to find the right language to speak it. Again, it says, this card says, you know, have your voice. Is there something that you need to say? An inability to speak out can leave us with feelings of hurt and resentment, which then create a kind of internal energetic roadblock. Voice your feelings to yourself or write them down. It is time to release the past. Something needs to be let go of, and as you let go of that, you actually do then find clarity, you find direction. Unexpected rewards, surprises, gains. But you are in this space of gestation, and the key here is to anchor yourself, remain grounded, and journey inwards. That's where you're going to find the answers. Meditation as well, obviously meditate. Now, the energy shift I want to create here is to do with, let's just harness the energy of aragonite and put here, I'm going to move the cards around a little bit. I'm going to put time for a deep dive and dream the world into being together, because actually that creates this little bubble, this space of possibility where you journey inwards, you nurture yourself, you look after yourself, you quieten the nature of the ego mind, and in doing so you're able to literally, again, I want to reverse these cards too, actually. You can then identify what it is you need to say and seek the answers within. Ideas and answers will come to you, and again, ask. Ask the universe, ask your guides, ask your angels, ask to be shown anything that you need to be shown. Dream the world into being. As you do so, this conflict will abate. I think the answers will come to you. I think you may have to leave something behind. You may have to make a choice of some sort. But as you make that choice, the key here is, let me just reverse that for one moment. Sit with the energy of this for a moment. There's quite a tension here. As we calm this down, we calm the ego mind, we nurture ourselves, we look after ourselves, we identify what we need to speak, even if we're only speaking that truth to ourselves in order to gain clarity. That is part of the nurture. we shift the energy here. And actually I can feel that something has lifted. As we lift that, answers will come, and I think decisions and choices have to be made, but they will become clear to you, and I don't think it will be as challenging as you anticipate. That's what I want to say about this reading, because this is actually quite naturally a period of gestation. It's like a pregnancy when we're weighing something up, or we're waiting for something to emerge, for the answers to come. With a pregnancy, you can't hurry it. You can't sort of decide, you know, actually I'll have a baby in 3 months instead of 9 months. You have to allow something to emerge. So there's something about the art of allowing. Again, it tunes in beautifully to the astro energy. Direction and clarity will come to you. So wonderful, wonderful people, powerful readings. Do tune into that astro energy update. I will be uploading individual readings for each of the signs, literally over later today and tomorrow. Don't forget to, if you wish to be in the running for a free private reading, or to win the Art of Manifestation Oracle cards, a first edition. And indeed, actually, I'm going to be having a bit of a big August giveaway. It's going to be a bit of a celebration, and I'll make an announcement about it. But I will be giving away some crystals and crystal sets as well. So do make sure you're in that draw and in that email list if you want to be in that draw, and that you are subscribed. So much love to you. Namaste, and thank you so, so much for joining me. Welcome to reading number 3, governed by the stunning energy of kyanite, realigning our chakras, rebalancing us, creating an energy flow. Now our runes are, we have the rune of the self, but in reverse. We have the rune of ice, which has no reverse, which suggests that something is maybe stuck, or you're struggling to see something clearly, or relate to some aspect of your personal world clearly. And maybe you have a decision to make in some way. We have the rune of strength. This is suggesting that there is energy available to you to navigate this. I'm going to say to shift it to an upright position, actually. Let's look and see what our cards are showing. So our first card is which direction. You've reached a turning point in your life. Do not be afraid of taking the wrong path. When you realise the learning to be found at every step and in every moment of your journey, you will realise that there is no wrong way, only the infinite gain of your personal growth and evolution. Okay, so we have Six of Pentacles in reverse and Queen of Swords. So this is suggesting to me that we're back to this dilemma. There may even be more than one route or avenue open to you, and I think you're not sure which way to go. But I believe you have the strength, the inner strength to know, and the energy of kyanite really invites us to rebalance ourselves, so that, and it also enhances our psychic abilities, so we can really get tuned in to what I would call channeling divine guidance. Let's see what our angel card and spirit animal guides are showing us. We have the card of comfort. Archangel Azrael, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. So this is a difficult choice you're having to make. That's what I'm really hearing. It's a challenging choice. Okay, embrace the in-between. I'm just going to move our kyanite down here. Embrace the in-between and be fearless and bold. You're having to move into something new, and what I feel is this, it feels as though this isn't by choice. Something has happened. It could just be the circumstances, but something is causing you to have to decide which direction to go in, and it feels as though this decision has happened to you rather than it being one that you've instigated. However, this reading is actually suggesting embrace the in-between. So connecting in with kyanite's ability to enhance our psychic abilities, to receive fluent channeling. There's a Freudian slip, because I think what you're facing does feel challenging, actually. Embracing the in-between is knowing that when we are in between choices, in between different circumstances, like in between jobs, in between relationships, in between career moves. The in-between space is actually quite important. We often tend to get a bit panicky in the in-between, but the key here is about developing your crystal clear intentions and trusting that the universe will show you the way. Okay, at the moment I think things are feeling stuck because I think you're feeling a little bit shrouded in what I would call fog, fear, obligation, guilt. You're feeling out of balance. It's like your energy, there is anxiety around. I'm really picking up on anxiety. Don't be afraid about taking the wrong path. Sometimes an in-between space, what might seem to have been the wrong path isn't the wrong path at all. It's actually the stepping stone that leads you to the space you need to be in. Now, this reading is very much a law of attraction reading, because the Queen of Swords is asking you to get very, very clear about your end goal, that which you desire, and to hold that in mind. Don't be wobbled by your fears of asking as well. There's something here about asking for what you need. It's as though there's something within you, and I'm being shown a road that travels backwards, back into your history. Something somewhere, probably in your childhood, stopped you from believing that you had an entitlement to ask, and there's something that's holding you back from reaching out. I'm wanting to reverse this card, and I'm wanting to reverse these runes. It's quite curious. Every reading this week I've been playing with the energy within the reading, but really because the message is clear. Be fearless and bold. Don't be afraid of making the wrong decision. There is no wrong decision to make here. I understand, I think that you are feeling under pressure, but truly trust that whatever you do, you can just change your mind. If you enter something and you're uncertain about it, if it turns out not to be right for you, you can make another choice and you can leave, or you can enter something else. But there are stepping stones. It's curious, I'm being shown this road to the past where something in you learned, or you felt as a little person, I think, that it wasn't okay to reach out. And now it's appropriate for you to reach out. And I'm being shown the pathway backwards, but stepping stones forwards. I think there are several stepping stones to get to where you want to go. Don't be afraid of those stepping stones. Each one is part of the route, and there is a bigger picture. If you can align yourself, align your chakras. Remember that kyanite not only aligns all our chakras and creates an inner balance, but it also dispels any blockages, helps to move energy through the physical body, and that in turn helps to empower us to take those steps, to make those decisions, not to procrastinate, not to be fearful. So when we align ourselves, when we embrace the in-between, we recognize there are stepping stones to where we want to be, and we take them fearlessly, knowing that we can always change our mind at any time, and that another stepping stone will be shown to us. It kind of removes that fog of uncertainty, and that in itself rights the energy of the self. As the energy of the self rights, and again, this rune speaks of living an ordinary life in a non-ordinary way, and that message is about, it's very much speaking about, do everything to the best of your ability. If you're hanging the washing on the line, do it to the best of your ability. If you're making dinner, invest your energy in it. If you're sort of, I don't know, doing something huge, invest your energy in it. But if you're doing something small, invest your energy in it. It's kind of aligning yourself with that pathway of a higher vibration. That's going to open up doorways for you. Hold your crystal clear intentions, hold your end desires, goals, dreams in mind, whilst allowing yourself to trust that you can reach out and you will receive. Somewhere in you guys, I think there's something of an inherent blockage in your belief that you're entitled to receive. That's what I'm hearing. Comfort. Archangel Azrael, you have angelic support around you, source energy available. I think if you kind of remove that past blockage and allow yourself to embrace the in-between and the stepping stones, knowing that you can make choices at every step of the way, the ice will thaw. So wonderful people, I think I'm going to wind up this reading now. Wonderful people, don't forget, if you wish to be in the running for potentially winning a pack of the Art of Manifestation Oracle cards, I think I've left that up at the top there. So there is an email list in the information box below. Once you're on that, you will be able to, and obviously look out for the announcements as well. I'll be announcing the winners for July over the next week, and there's a big giveaway in August where I'm also going to be giving away some crystals and some crystal sets, as well as the cards and the readings. So yes, do list yourself on that email list if you want to be in the running for that. Wonderful, wonderful people. I know that this is a tough time for you guys. I really connect in with that, and uncertainty is difficult for us. Do check out that Astro Energy update, because I speak about that through the month of August and the way the energy is going to be moving forwards, easing back. When we understand the energy that's around us, when it then happens, we don't feel fazed by it, because we think, yes, we understood that was going to be going on. It really helps us to align our decision making on our pathway of manifestation. And I will, of course, also later today and tomorrow be uploading individual readings for every sign, so for the full moon and for the next 2 weeks. So do watch out for those as well. Wonderful people, so much love to you. Namaste.